dog called Ma'am. I shouldn't say that because, like, this year I'm almost 40. Anyway, oh, I didn't even turn on my car yet. Oh, I need the air on. It is kind of. Oops. Okay. So there's a guy standing at the church when I walked out, and I was gonna start vlogging before I got in the car this time. And literally, I sat down and I left the door open just in case. And yeah, he stopped me because they were doing work on the church. They were doing work on the school, and they drove through our yard. Well, the sprinklers are not buried, I think, properly. They're too close to the surface. And so it causes problems. So when you run over it with a big, heavy, it reminds me of a cherry picker but heavier, it tends to break things. Well, they popped one of our lines, and so we have a huge wet spot in our grass. And you can see where that sprinkler hits, the grass is dying, and we don't know what's going on this year, but it is dying quick. Like, our backyard is yellow completely, but we're not the only ones. We haven't been exceptionally hot. We had a 2 days, 3 days maybe, that was over 100. Or, sorry, predicted to be over 100, and then we were just like right there at almost 100. And so, not quite sure what's going on. Like, all the grass is real thirsty in this area, because if they're not getting adequate amount of water, they're dying really quickly. Guess I'm tripping because I could have swore that was vibrating. Anyway, so yeah, fun stuff. And so I was talking to him, and I couldn't remember the word, basketball hoop. I was like, it's to the left of the, and he's like, basketball hoop. I was like, thanks, because I can't remember words all of a sudden. And he was asking, I was like, yeah, they parked their equipment next to the house and left it running for about 10 minutes, and my whole house smelled like, you know, diesel gas, and it was awful. I said, they even backed into our signs, the no parking sign, almost into our vehicles. And so he apologized because he's the maintenance for the whole district. That's how small of a town I live in. There's one guy, and he's like, that reflects on us bad. And I don't blame him, you know, for feeling that way. But I'm not the church. I am a little more understanding. I was a little irritated, but in the same token, like, stuff happens. And when you've got one person doing it all, a little understanding can go a long way. And so he apologized, and he said, we will take care of it. And he goes, I tried to call back the lady who had called me, and so they're gonna get it taken care of. I leaned my seat back, and that was really uncomfortable. Anyway, so yeah, it's unfortunate. And I told Joni, I was like, I'm letting you go so I can leave. I'm gonna take her out for a late breakfast / lunch. So we're having a brunch because it's almost 10 o'clock already. And I wasn't in too much of a hurry because this place doesn't open, but I was like, oh, I gotta take you to this bomb taco place. They make their own tortillas. She's like, Dora's? And I was like, whatever. And I was like, what is Dora's and where? And she's like, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. And I was like, fine, Google will tell me. So yeah, ears are popping really bad. At home, I didn't know he was gonna do it. I thought he took our new camera just to take pictures, and he did take pictures, which I'm gonna insert in some of the vlogs, but he vlogged while he was at this retreat. And I was like, now that's pretty cool, because I've always kind of, I've given him like a ration of, you know, about not supporting me in this. And so, like, no one else vlogs, as you can see. You've seen my ugly mug all the time. And, like, the kids are a little more, you know, like, lean in high, you know. And Lex did 2 videos of her own. And so, yeah, I'm glad that they're starting to support this a little more. I appreciate that. And so, I'm going to go have brunch with my girl and my baby. And, yeah, I'm going to go get Joni and Reichland.